Let's copy the Terno on the online shop. Get a half piece of pattern paper, a ruler, pencil or a marker. Let's start with the neckline. Measure 3¼ inches. Neck depth is 6 inches. Just connect the dots. Then divide the neck depth in half. Then get the shoulder length. Next is the armhole, which is 7 inches. Next is the bust circumference or bust line, which is 8.5 inches. Shape the neckline using French curve. If you do not have French curve, you can shape it manually. Afterwards, shape the armhole by connecting the neckline to the bust line. Next, get the waist level or the figure. This is the measurement from your shoulder down to your waistline. Then the waistline measuring 8.5 inches. Next is the hip line, 10 inches. Then, connect the armhole to the waistline, and to the waistline down to the hip line using hip curve. Then, mark 1 inch from the hemline, and shape it using hip curve. Then, add 1 inch hem allowance. Shape it again using hip curve. For finishing, add a half seam allowance all over the finished front pattern. Done with the front pattern, it's so easy. Let's start with the back pattern. Measure 2 inches neckline depth and 1½ inches width. Then, shoulder length, 7 inches. Just bring down the measurement down to the bust level. Then the bust line, 8.5 inches. Waist level or figure 15 inches. Waistline 8.5 inches. Blouse length 22 inches. Hip line 10 inches. Then, shape again from the armhole to the waistline to the hip line. Mark again 1 inch to the hemline. Shape it again with the hip curve. Then, shape the neckline to the armhole. I just do it manually. Add 1 inch hem seam allowance. Finished with the back pattern, add a ½ inch seam allowance all over the back pattern. ready to cut the pattern. Done with the blouse patterns. Draw 2.5 inches borderline. Measure 9 inches for the waistline and 9.5 inches for the crotch. Just bring down the waist measurement to the crotch. Then divide the crotch measurement into 3. Then, measure the short length that is 13 inches. Bring down the measurement, then deduct 1 inch. Then measure 1 inch waistband allowance. Then, shape it using hip curve. Add 1 inch hem allowance. Add a 1/2 inch. Then, add a 1/2 inch seam allowance all over the pattern. It's the same measurement. The only difference is the crotch and waistband allowance measurement. It's so easy to make the pattern. Others make it so complicated. Next time you can measure direct to the fabric without using pattern. It's so basic. Just change the measurements needed. What are they? It's the hip, crotch and length measurement. That's all, and you can make ready to wear shorts for men and women as well as for children. Now, the crotch allowance. Add 3 inches allowance. Continue with the rest, just as what you did with the front pattern. Here now the add-on at the waistline, add 1.5 centimeters. Then just connect it to the other end of the waistline. And you can now add 1 inch waistband allowance. All done. For finishing, add a 1/2 inch seam allowance all over the pattern. Ready to cut the short patterns. I will use cotton spandex fabric. I bought it online for 1/2 kilo, approximately 2.5 yards. Stretch the fabric and lay the stretchy side vertically. Place the pattern on top, pin and cut. Done with the blouse. Next is the shorts. Cut it in half. All done. Watch out for the part 3 sewing. Please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell for you to get notified on my coming videos.